Welcome back to the Road Show. This morning in the buzz, another day, another storm. Yes, fortunately today's weather won't bring us as much snow as we've seen in the past couple of storms, but still there are hundreds of school closings, delays, and plenty of parking bans as well. Many of the schools even canceling classes last night before the flakes even started to fall. So we're all wondering, do you think it's necessary? Do you think that schools are canceling too much?
I think some schools are definitely jumping the gun when the snow hasn't even started or we're only supposed to get very few inches. But at the same time, I think they're kind of covering their own butts because they don't want someone to say, I got into an accident coming to school today, or my child isn't safe, so on and so forth. So I kind of think that they're taking a precaution.
Patrick and I were both here for the so-called December debacle. I mean, do you think that I heard one of our producers talking about it, we can thank the December debacle for these cancellations. Do you think that's influencing these schools?
Oh, without a doubt. I remember right after that happened, and for those folks that don't know what we're talking about, it's that day where it snowed and the kids, there was that big nightmare of kids coming home from school, the snow hit at a time, evening commute, kids coming home from school, kids stranded on buses, and on it goes. Totally. I remember after that happened, there were some storms where school was canceled the night before school started, and then there wasn't even any snow on the ground. But this is a case, this morning where the timing is brutal, as Michelle's been talking about all morning. I'm not surprised. Commuter schools, like people that have to travel out of their own town to go to like a Hendricken or a PCD, Moses Brown Wheeler, LaSalle, whatever. Yes, but in-town schools, I don't know. I mean, today, it's New England. We can drive in this weather.
I know. It's funny. You think about, so if we keep canceling classes, I know Warwick's already missed 4 days, It's only January, 20-something? I don't know, 21st? We still have a lot of winter to go. But, we come from parts north, New Hampshire. We lived there for a while, and it's like snow days just didn't happen to this frequency. But I got to tell you, there's a possible solution. You got to hear about this. There's a possible solution in a New Hampshire school. They came up with this idea. Students are actually sent home with these blizzard bags during winter months. It's part of a program that they launched last year. Now, every packet contains 20-minute homework assignments in several classes like science and math. Now, if 80% of the students complete this blizzard bag, the school gets credit for an in-session day, meaning they do not have to make up for it later. What do you guys think? You think it's a great idea, huh?
Brilliant.
Especially at the end of the year where it starts to get nicer. And parents, too, like if you start adding on more and more days, maybe vacations have been planned, maybe work, something scheduled around that. So now everyone has to totally switch their schedules, and they keep adding on more days.
The other thing is, too, and I know how you feel about this, Patrick, but, when the kids are home, let's say for 2 days in a row, like with 2 weeks ago, I think it was, where we had the real big storm on Wednesday, but then they still canceled Thursday. If you send home these things, it gives the kids something to do, too. I mean, there's only so many games you can play or snowmen to build, and, it's like take advantage of the time, I think.
And a lot of times, too, in most households these days, both parents work, and, let's face it, we rely on school to take our children for the day without having to bring in a daycare provider.
For the day.
It can get expensive having to go to work when your kids are home. So.
Well, it'll certainly be interesting to see what happens with the winter. Like I said, we still got, about 2 months left to winter.
I have to sneeze right now. That's why I'm talking.
He's trying to hold it back. Ready?
No.
Get him some smelling
salt. That's why I've been very silent in this buzz topic, because I've had to sneeze the whole time.
You're so cute.
It's that cold weather. It's those storms.
The ice rink I installed yesterday, I might have caught a
you were outside way too much. But, I think it's really one of those things people are divided. Safety versus education, what do you do?
Oh, yeah.
Courtney, what are people saying about it on the live blog today?
We're talking about right now when a good time is to actually cancel school. So everyone has some different opinions. We have a lot of comments on our Facebook page, so as usual, I do want to get to that, but we'll start on the live blog here on foxprovidence.com. Aaron S. says, I say 12 to 18 hours prior to the start of the snow. We got the call at 8 p.m. last night. And Anthony says, at the first sign of large accumulations, cancel, day ahead is enough time. And then Jean adds, decision should be made the night before. She says, trust Tony and Michelle. So let's head to our poll right underneath the live blog. So when should the decision be made to cancel school for a snow day? Your choices are A, when schools hear the weather report, B, when it starts to snow, C, no matter what, the morning of school, or D, the night before school. So lots of choices here, and you can read about our Buzz article on our website before you make your decision there. Here's a snapshot of our Facebook page, and Patrick Rampino says, when it comes to the kids, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Scott Rice says, regardless of the timing, people will have a problem if schools are open or closed. And Rachel Anna says, as a school bus driver, the earlier the better. My high school run starts very early. And then Donna Silva says, there should be school today. So you can weigh in a number of ways. I will have those web poll results for you at about 8:50 or so. So for now, we're going to head back into the